Okay, people. About to get it ugly. Come and chat is who I be. Monday nights at 9, come see what people are talking about. Show with fire, it's got a lot of clout. Critiquing movies is what I do. My favorite topic is the MCU. 6 questions, 10 minutes each. I try to break it down. I try to teach. To the people that's feeling the vibe, come check out the greatest show alive. So sit back, enjoy the show, and like the Joker says, and here we go. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Chaotic Conversation. Don't miss it. Do not miss it. Peace.
Hey, it is Monday night. Time is 9. Well, 13 minutes after 9, but still 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the usual suspects in the house. Our people, what's going on? How y'all feeling tonight?
What up, Danny? What's going on?
What's up?
All right.
Hey, let me ask you one quick. Y'all like the way this look right here? This configuration? Did I throw whoever talking in? Or y'all prefer to keep it out like this?
Whatever.
You're the host, man. Whatever you want.
Your choice.
I'm trying to get your input, bro.
Just give it.
I can do this right here the whole time. That'd be cool.
Oh, look who's being the ego now.
Oh, look who's wearing the Omni-Man shirt. Shit.
Ain't nobody want to see that ugly face through a whole stream with me on there, bro. Come on now.
Oh, my God. All right, people. Before we get into the show, we're going to go around the panel. First, we're going to start with my main man, Mr. Terrence. What's going on in your neck of the woods, sir? Tell everybody where they can find you at and say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody. Terrence here. You can find me on this channel. You can find me with Anzo on Big Afford Entertainment. And on my channel, T-Virus Terrence. Got a couple things that I'm working on. Scheduling different videos at different times. Really just whatever pops in my mind in terms of what I want to do. But there's a lot of stuff over there. As long as you got an open mind, I think you'll have a good time.
Okay, good deal. Next, we're going to go with the lady of the panel, Miss Maz Mama Bear. What's going on?
Hey, guys. Lately, I'm just working on doing some rearranging, which is why I haven't uploaded in a bit. But there is coming to I do see an end to that, thankfully. Beyond that, you can also find me on Makani 90s channel, where we do live draw streams every Sunday.
Okay, good deal. Next is Mr. Guy Scar, the Basco scenario. What's going on with you, bro?
What is going on, man? Just chilling. Thank you for having me, Danny. You know, I appreciate every chance I get from all the Chaos crew.
This dude just woke up. He talking about me. He just woke up.
You sound like it.
He just woke up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
Sounds like you got into Josh's candy.
Did you keep him up all last night?
No, man. I'm not good, bro.
Nah, man. My whole Chaos crew disappointed me and all bounced out. I was stuck with MSK's crew. You know what I mean? All my Chaos crew was like, no,
all I can say, the Chaos crew left you money. I ain't saw no MSK crew left you no money.
Ooh.
Fired. Damn. Damn.
I got no comment on that one.
I played the fifth there, bro. Yeah, the Basco Scenarios my channel, cool gaming clips, the odd review here and there. I'm working on an idea for a show. I'm still debating on the name, so it's gonna be good. I just don't know what the hell I'm gonna call it yet. But yeah, so tune into that, and you can find me on everything Chaos Central related. Catch me tomorrow. Chaos List, hosted by Anzo, and then on Wednesday on Chaotic Conference. No shit.
Rule of three. We got him. We made him say it first, and he's all like, "Wait a minute, what the hell?"
What the fuck? The rule of 3 on Wednesday, then followed by the OC. Man, I'm out.
Don't forget about Sundays. You forgot about Sundays.
Sundays. Yeah, oh yeah, true. Sundays for the Loki Roundtable, hosted by no other but our Chris Knight right up here. It's all he's all red in the face right now. I don't know why, but
now you know how I feel when I just wake up and jump on the street. Now you know how I feel.
I don't know, but it's kind of chill. I'm just chilling back and saying whatever comes to mind, man. Yeah, and then you can find me on the Bad Batch trilogy. I was gonna say, God damn, roundtable. Fucking getting hot in here. Shit. And Matt, by the way, that stream that you're on with the drawing man is fire. By the way, so yeah. All right, so
he's quickly becoming one of my best friends.
Cool.
Okay. Next is Mr. Knight. What's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Oh, not too much. Just working on stuff at TRR3K or Real Review 3000. Check it out. Kind of seen a bump in subscribers, so that's nice. If you guys have come to check the channel out and subscribe recently, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Anzo. I saw that you upgraded your membership today. I appreciate that. We do have memberships over there. Gaming streams, live streams, all sorts of fun stuff. And then here, Chaos Central. Chaos Central got a lot of things going on. Got a lot of things coming up, guys. Please check out all the stuff you can. All the social media accounts would be Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We got the YouTube channel. We got an Odyssey channel. We'll have a Twitch channel before too long. We're going to be doing all sorts of crazy, crazy stuff. And Danny, as always, thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Next is Anzo. What's going on with you, bro?
I am so glad you put me last because I had a time to think about your comment. And yes, the Chaos crew did leave some funds, and that's great. I appreciate it. But what would have been more appealing, what would have been more heartfelt to me, is to have my crew up there till 5 o'clock in the morning, just chilling, chilling with me.
Terrence took the flame for us, man.
Terrence did. Terrence did. I agree. But I say that because Terrence is in Central, so for him, it's it was still like 12 when I got off or whatever time it was. Okay. But I needed my
he's in Pacific.
Pacific? Oh, so I thought it was Central, but Pacific, Central, whatever. It's still earlier than me. You know what I mean?
So when you got off, it was about 1:02 a.m. for me.
Yeah, you see, for me it was like 5 in the morning. And I wanted Danny there. You know what I mean? Danny would have been there supporting me till 5 in the morning. That would have been great.
I need a job. I gotta have a job.
No, I know, but you could have took a day off for your brother. You know what I mean? I'll take a day off.
Yeah, I love you, bro, but I really take. My wife be like, "You don't never take your brother off." I said, "Man, it's another day, bro. Another day, girl."
It's all good, man. But once again, I do appreciate it.
Hey, man, you had a good day. I could tell.
Yeah, you guys came in, showed some love. I respect that from all you guys. You guys know the channel, Big Afford Entertainment. It's time to get this show on the road, so let's do it.
All right. Good deal. Tomorrow night on Anzo's show, I want to make sure y'all tune in. I did something that's been bothering me. I talked to Anzo about it earlier today. I'm going to make an apology to someone who last night I lost my shit. No excuse for it. That's not who I am. So tomorrow I'm going to make it right or attempt to make it right. Whether this individual accepts my apology is going to be totally up to him, but I have a conscience and I'm human. And like I said, I went off last night too quick. So tomorrow I'm going to make that right. Because like I said, that kind of shit bothers me when I know I did something wrong. I try to make it right. So please tune in for that.
And Danny's a good man. Also tune in because it will be my 1 year anniversary for the Chaos list. So yeah, man. Next tomorrow will be the 1 year anniversary. And Danny, always we all make mistakes. But I gotta get an honorable mention on you for that one, though. I'm just saying.
That was fucking epic. I was like,
I'm just saying, honorable mention coming right up.
You can skip it if you want to. Also. You can skip that if you choose to do so. It wouldn't hurt my feelings.
It's the 1 year anniversary. I gotta come with some fire. You gave me fire, bro.
No. Anyway. We got 6 good questions here today. I'm want to talk about all of them, man. All of them are good questions. The first one, I believe, came in with Guy Star, and he said Transformers 7 is going to start filming. And are we excited for this installment, or are you done with the franchise because of what Michael Bay has done to it? I'm telling you, Michael Bay, boy, he just totally
Who
destroys
is
what is an awesome franchise. So I
Facts.
hope he does not have his hand in this. If he does, I'm probably still gonna go see it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I ain't gonna go see it. But I'm gonna be damn pissed off and I'm gonna be skeptical. I'm gonna go in with a damn already probably 95% made up mind it's gonna be crap. So anyway, I don't think he's going to be in it. I have researched to find out who is going to be the director, but I'm thinking it is not going to be Michael Bay. So, are you any of you excited to see it? And if, in case you don't know, I think it's supposed to be about Beast Wars. I know Solo
Yes,
has
correct.
seen Beast Wars, the cartoon, which I thought was hot. I think it's the best version of Transformers. Well,
yeah. So what?
so
How are you gonna
best
feel when they
version,
destroy
really?
it?
Let me go first because you
Okay.
guys know I
He's the
am
birthday boy.
no, I am a fucking Transformer fan. That was my shit when I was growing up. Like Danny said, Beast Wars came out first season. I wasn't really feeling it, but that show had gotten better each season. And I will say this 100%: whether if Michael Bay is in it, I will definitely not go see it. That last Transformer
Exactly.
movie was a piece of shit.
What
100.
was the
No,
last
no,
one?
no. I'm sorry. Bumblebee was okay. The one before that. I'm talking about the Michael Bay one. Which was
last
first
night.
night, the last night,
the first
first
night,
night, first night, last night.
What kind of night?
Yeah, piece of shit night. That's what it was. That
Hey,
movie was.
The
hey!
night
Watch the
to
last name.
forget.
Watch the last name, people.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, that specific night.
Yeah, that movie was absolutely garbage. Now, from what I'm hearing about the Beast Wars, I think they're gonna fuck it up as well because we're talking about it being done in 1994. I'm like, what the fuck? They're gonna have the Beast Wars in 1994. If you guys know the history of the Beast Wars, that's prehistoric time, no humans involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they go through the history of the Autobots arc being in that fucking planet for the millions
Yeah.
of years it was there.
They gonna have it in regular time?
Yeah,
Yep.
1994.
Shit.
Right then and there, it's just it ruins. Yeah, exactly, ruins it to me. Now, let me say this: if you go show me a trailer and you show me some fucking, they look like the Beast Wars, like the Beast War cartoon, where they have that kind of look to them, I'll be interested in seeing it. But again, I'm gonna go in with a low expectation because as much as I thought Bumblebee was pretty trash, and I didn't like Bumblebee. I know a lot of people did, but the first 10 minutes and the things they did on Cybertron made that movie for me. So if they do some shit like that in this one, I'll be inclined to go see it. But right now, this movie is not getting a cent of my money right now.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll go.
ahead.
I didn't like any really of the Transformer movies. The only thing that I enjoyed, the only one that I
Phantom.
enjoyed was the fact that I got to see Optimus Prime transform in the first movie. For me, that was like the most epic part of the whole movie. The only Transformer movie that I enjoyed out of all of them that they brought out was the Bumblebee movie. Because for me, that one actually did feel like Transformers and gave me reminiscences of the cartoon. Nothing done in those movies were even close to the cartoon or the
Facts.
lure. What
No,
the hell?
that's true.
Like what the hell is the Allspark?
Oh,
Right?
jeez.
Like
For
what
real.
what the hell was that? Right? So
And did you
I'm
see what they
going-
did? And you see what they did to the fucking Matrix?
Yes.
Like, come on, bro.
I ain't mad at the Allspark because that was the thing that they used to make Cybertron. So I'm not mad at that part of it.
Didn't need it though.
Man,
It was-
and
it's useless.
Unicron.
Okay,
Look what they
I
did to
understand. I
Unicron.
wasn't mad at it.
Look what they did.
What?
Look what they
I
did
just
to
said I wasn't
Unicron.
mad at it.
Unicron sucked.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Soundwave sucked.
Yes.
It's like, come on, man. You know, if they can come up with, something like, the Cybertronian Wars, and that's where they should do. They should go there. Now they're bringing out the Beast Wars being filmed in Peru back in 1994. What they're gonna do? Destroy Machu Picchu?
You should love that. That's Shades of Home.
What did you say?
I'm fucking with you.
So, man, I'm just saying, I'm not expecting anything, and it's not Michael Bay. It's
That's
some other director, but still, my expectations are none, and I will not be spending money on this movie. I have other ways of watching this movie.
This is why.
But yes,
This is
man,
why.
not saying what he's supposed to say. What the hell?
It's okay, Donnie. He's been saying everything for the last couple of weeks, so one time ain't gonna fucking hurt.
Damn it. No.
Listen. All yes men must be released from the womb and given wings to fly.
Oh, hell no.
No. They need to be punished.
No, when they fly it, it'd be like Icarus and the doggone glue. Earth off and flash you out to the sun. No. Trying to save them from falling.
Yeah, they need to be punished when they don't do correct. I agree with that one on Danny. They need to be punished. So Danny, he needs to be punished, man.
I got him. All right, Terrence, what you think, sir?
I'll check it out. I mean, I saw the other films. I've never been like the biggest Transformers fan, like outside of Optimus Prime. But I saw the movies, and my friends, they wanted me to go with them because they're really hardcore Transformers fans. And I was like, yeah, I'm curious to see how it plays out. Out of all the films, I guess the two that I liked was the first one and then Bumblebee. And then the rest there were moments in them that I thought were cool, but I didn't really think too much of them in the ways of movies.
They got better moments than actual whole movies. I'll give you that. I agree.
Yeah. And so really, if I guess on my own, if I were going to sit down and put one on, it would have to be between the first one and Bumblebee. But I remember seeing a little bit of Beast Wars when I was a kid, and I thought they looked pretty cool. Again, I didn't really stick with it, but I kind of jumped on it initially because it was Transformers related. So I'm curious to see how they adapt that whole thing. And as long as, there's cool action and stuff like that, I'll be okay with it because I'm not really coming at it from a fan perspective. But to fairness to the fans, hopefully whatever it is they do, hopefully it doesn't offend them too much. But I just want to enjoy it as a movie. So hopefully that happens.
I agree. Mads, what you thinking, lady?
Honestly, I loved Beast Wars when it came out. Could not get enough of the show. What I got to see of Optimus Primal looks absolutely fire. I have to admit a bit of nerves about Ron Perlman being the voice of it, but for the most part,
He's gonna be Optimus voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm the one that does research on this tribe.
Apparently, you do.
And it's directed by Stephen Capel Jr. There is actually quite a list of producers on it, but it's looking pretty decent. I don't expect it to be like accurate to either of the cartoons. But
now that I think back, Octopus changed his look several times doing that. When he was like the white gorilla with the blue face, it does look like Ron Perlman.
Any gorilla looks like Ron Perlman.
You got some very distinct features.
True. That was the best thing about him being Hellboy. They really didn't need much in the way of makeup.
Sure.
Neither when he was Vincent either. He damn sure looked like that damn lion thing, boy.
To be fair, the movies weren't that bad. I mean, the one where they've got the military guys jumping out of the helicopter, I'm bouncing around in the background singing "It's Raining Men." It was a great.
Of course you were. So that one moment just made you say this movie is fire, right?
No, it was just enjoying, singing "It's Raining Men" while they're jumping out of the screen. They really should have had that song going. Missed opportunity.
God. Chris. What do you think?
I agree with you guys. Beast Wars was a great version of Transformers. I liked a lot of the different ones. I'd been watching Transformers, since the early '80s. I had some of the toys, all that stuff. Hollywood, and what Mads just said tells me all I need to know. A list of producers. The term "too many cooks in the kitchen."
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, your producers are everything. If you have an executive producer with one producer, that's standard. We know what we're doing. We have a vision. When you have a director, executive producer, and like 10 producers after that, that's everybody wants their say. They want everything they want in there, and they argue over it for days and days, and then just parts of the ideas get out there, and then you fuck it up. And that's what it sounds like they're going to do. And I'll tell you what, the first Transformers movie wasn't horrible. Yes, there's a lot of problems with where they get their lore from. They didn't know shit about the series, whatever. I didn't mind it. I watched it. I enjoyed it. The second one was like, okay. And then it just started tanking. I think the last one I went to see, I think was the third one with my kids. And that was the one where they went up to space and the shuttle blew up and you thought Optimus died. Was that it? Is that the third one?
I think so.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, that was the third one.
After that, I just was like, oh, Jesus. Listen, the cartoon movie back in the 80s, it was released to theaters, did something that nobody thought they would do. They killed Optimus Prime. They took a risk, and it paid off for the series. It paid off for everything, and they took risks. This is just going to be... This won't even fall into the depths it needs to be a correct movie for this franchise. They don't... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I have to disagree with you. When they killed Optimus Prime, no, they took the risk and killed Optimus Prime, but they realized that was a big mistake, and they brought him back because we got the return of Optimus Prime.
But I think that was planned.
No, that was the backlash because everybody hated Rodimus Prime. What they did was they made Rodimus Prime too soft in the cartoon, and through his whole arc, it was always about, I'm not going to be a good leader for Optimus Prime. And then people realized what they did was just to sell toys, and they had to bring Optimus Prime back because the ratings dropped.
I know that. I still think to this day that was planned into it, but maybe not. I think people do that. But my point is that these movies don't understand the series, and again, that's typical problems within these nostalgic trips they take. They don't understand. They don't know what their audience is, and they just throw whatever. They throw a bunch of shit to the wall, and whatever sticks, they're like that. There we go. We'll just go with that. And the more producers you put into this, the worse this movie gets. If you have one executive producer and one director, that is all a movie needs, because that tells you that even if it sucks as a movie, they never wavered off of what their idea was.
Okay.
And that's my thought. Now, will I see it? Probably.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll go to the theater though.
Bootleg. I'm just saying.
10 minutes.
Yes, I have a boot and I have a leg.
I really don't have nothing else to add to that. I probably will go see it because I am a Transformers fan. If it's crappy, I just lose my money. But I don't know at this point. But we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed that it'll be not another letdown. But anyway, question number 2. Is the Snyder Cut Justice movie too long to watch over and over again like we do some of our most favorite movies? The reason I'm asking this question, last night I got into a very not heated but friendly debate between Rob and Chris Chase from Rob Storm's Live, and they were like, "I'm not gonna watch. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to watch Justice League. I mean, the Snyder Cut Justice League because it's 4 hours long." They were saying 4 hours long. I said, "Man, that's a lie." I said, "I don't watch it 3 times." And I asked Chris, "How many jobs you got?" "I got 1 job." I said, "I got 2 jobs, and I do YouTube." He said, "I got family time." I said, "I got a family too. I get all that stuff and I make it happen." I said, "I don't watch it all at one time, but I may watch one chapter this day, 1 chapter this time, sneak it in. I get it done." I can't do it. I just don't have time. And Rob was like, "Well, I'm watching Lucifer now." I say, "Yeah, you watch Lucifer because you're pusserized. He's like, I'm not pussyrized. Yes, you are. You pussyrized because your girl got you pussyrized because she liked Lucifer. So now you all up her butt. Now you watch Lucifer. He's like, no, that's not the case. That's not the case. He said, Michael Jordan, The Last Dance, 8 hours. I watch 1 hour every day. I said, you proving my point, Rob. I said, because it's double what the Zack Snyder cut is, and you say you watch 1 hour every day. I didn't say that you had to like it. I didn't say you could watch it 1 hour or one chapter a day if you choose to do so. So my question, based off that conversation, is that too long of a movie to watch over and over like we do some of our favorites like Shawshank and The Usual Suspects, whatever other movies we like? I don't think it's too long. Like I said, I already watched it 3 times. So Will wants to go first.
Absolutely not, Danny. And you should have asked him. So you watch Lucifer. How many episodes do you watch in a night? Right? Because I'm pretty sure you watch more than one. So you're telling me it's just that bullshit excuse to say, well, I don't have enough time to do it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Don't front because you watch Lucifer. You're saying you're binge watching that. So even if you watch 2 episodes, that's 2 hours of Justice League. And then the next night you watch another 2 hours. So absolutely not. I mean, me personally, sometimes I ain't doing nothing, and I could sit here and I actually could watch 4 hours straight. Now I may do some cooking at the same time or whatever I have to do, but I'll have it on there and I'll do my thing, but I'll watch it. You know what I mean? So I disagree with that. It's too long to watch. If you guys really want to watch it, if you like it, you'll find a way to watch it. That's all.
Yeah.
100%.
Terrence, what you think, sir?
Yeah, I think that a lot of humans are being silly with that. It's too long kind of stuff. I mean, they could think whatever they want, but to me that's silly shit. Because I have friends where they talk about certain things are too long, and I'm like, if you can sit there, messing with your phone or binge watching a show, whatever it is that you do, then you can watch the film. So it really just comes down to if they have interest in it. So regardless of what humans think, I'll tell you what I think for me. For me, it is not too long. There is no such thing really is too as long as I'm enjoying the material. The only time that I would say that something is too long is if I really feel that way. I'll look at it from, okay, how do I feel about it? And then does this particular film need to be this long? Whatever story, does it require this amount of time for the storytelling? So for me, when I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'm like, the 4 hours was justified based on all the characters that they had to showcase and the motivations just to give you a full scope of what was going on. And for me, that 4 hours went by like it was an hour and 30 minutes. It didn't literally go by that fast, but it didn't feel 4 hours because I was enjoying it so much. So to me, I don't think it's, that long at all. So.
All right. Mads, what you think?
You're seriously going to ask me a question about something being too long?
I am.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Danny didn't catch that at first.
Your mind is so.
I can't help it. That was just repeated over and over again. It's DC. I mean, I will sit there and watch Shawshank. I will sit there and watch The Green Mile. If it's a good movie, you can easily sit and watch it. And again, this is one of my fandoms. I will happily watch it over and over again. And if it's
I can watch a bad movie.
If it's too long for some people, it comes in nice little chapter forms too.
Mm-hmm. This afternoon, man, I watched the last fan. People call it fan what do they call it? Fan forced it. I watched that today. I couldn't believe I found myself watching that shit.
And you know what's funny, Danny? I it's mostly when we don't like the movie. That's when it's like, oh my God, this movie, will it end? Yeah, this movie was way too long. But if you're into something and you like it, it feels like time flies, man. You know what I mean? When you're watching the movie, it's just like, holy shit, I'm almost at the end of this movie. Wow, it's been almost 4 hours. And you're into it and you're enjoying it. And that's what entertainment does. It gets you out of your real world, whatever, and you just immerse in what you're watching. And then when it's done, you're like, holy shit, time flew. It happens with everything that you're having fun with. So for me personally, I can definitely watch that movie with no problems.
I definitely agree with you. Mr. Knight, what you thinking, sir?
I don't think it's too long. Again, I think Terrence put it best.
That's what you said.
Not about me,
God
but that's
damn.
besides the point.
Boy, y'all on a roll. Y'all on a roll tonight.
I think
boy.
that it was justified. I mean, I know a lot of people say there's a lot of filler in there, but what's funny is even with the filler, could they've cut a lot of stuff out? They could have, but I didn't feel like it was unjustified to be there. It worked. It worked within the story. It played out nicely. It was smooth, and because of that, I've sat there many nights and watched it, and then, stopped it at a certain point, picked it right back up. It's also cut into 4 parts, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. 4 parts.
I mean, so I don't see how it's too long. It's segmented for that very thing. Those 6 parts, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, 6 parts.
It's segmented to make it easier to watch. So how is it too long? It's set up just perfectly that you can stop it, pick it back up the next day. It's like a series, and so you can watch the whole damn thing, or you can watch parts of it. I don't think that this is a valid point. These are people who just want to come up with a problem with it, and we said it before it came out. You're gonna have the Zack Snyder fans who, no matter how it turned out, we're gonna praise it. You're gonna have the people who didn't like Zack Snyder who are gonna totally smash it, and then you got people who look at it for what it is, which is a good movie done right. And I don't know. So
Good deal.
What up, Longo? How you doing, man?
Let's go. Guy Scott.
Man,
what you think,
you know
sir?
what? Like Gonzo said, I have to agree with them on this one. This is basically people binge watch a bunch of TV series that are like 8 hours in one day, right? Like people have done that for the the Cobra Kai. So for me, I just haven't watched it again because I want to get it on a great call. I want to buy the actual Blu-ray.
The 4K, me too.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for that. So yeah, that's when I'm going to rewatch it again, because every time I try to stream it on, another source, it messes up often, and I can't get a good copy. So yeah, no, man, for me, 4 hours is just 4 hours. It's just freaking Gone with the Wind all over again. So,
bruh,
whatever.
You talking about streaming it on other? Didn't I fucking give you my Crave to watch it?
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Dude, I didn't even use it. I completely forgot because we watched it all together, right? That's why.
Padawan.
All I'm gonna say, Danny, is that's your yes man.
Wow. I don't feel love anymore. I'm being thrown around like a piece of old raggedy ass rag from one end to the other. Like I'm just there for each of you. Blow your nose when you need to be blowing your nose, and throw me on the corner.
Damn, man, it ain't that bad.
It's called brown nosing, guys. That's what you're there for.
I don't know what that is. Ask Chris that one.
I'm gonna say, like, I agree with y'all, man. I don't think if it's something that you like, it can never be too long. It can be too short if it's not enough. Mm-hmm. Okay, you get that thing, man. You get that anyway. I think that it can never be too long if you like it. I mean, so I will watch. Like I said, I don't watch it 3 times. I'm quite sure I'm gonna watch it again. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many more times, but and Lord forbid it comes on TV, because I know I'm gonna watch it. Especially if I ain't got to do on a Sunday afternoon before all these round tables, because they ain't gonna last forever. So shit.
Facts.
Guess what,
bro? I even watched the black and white one.
I will be watching. I ain't watching that one.
No. Honestly, it's good in black and white. I was impressed. It was really good in black and white.
It's because it's the type of movie it is, the way it was shot.
But I don't like black and white movies.
Well, you didn't watch Logan in black and white either?
I'm spoiled, bro.
Hey, Danny, how can somebody your age not like black and white movies?
Really?
I spent too many years with a black and white TV, man.
Holy shit. That is a good one. I like that, Chris. That might be another honorable mention. Maybe I'll just do honorable mentions for that.
Be very careful with the next thing you say.
See how much better that would have been in black and white?
No.
I understand your childhood was long ago, and you probably don't remember what black and white TV was, but
Negative.
there you go.
Ironically used
Now
as a
you're
black and white
remembering.
Are you happy now? Are you happy?
Find the fire.
You guys,
I
you
hear
guys
the
do-
fireworks.
you guys do realize like Danny was around when they made the first black and white TV, right? You know what I mean?
Negative.
You sit there, but he don't like black and white.
I'm pretty sure he remembers the first time they added sound to a movie, but that's besides the point.
No, I don't watch that shit. That's Caucasian people stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny right there. Look at Charlie Chaplin.
Wow.
Don't watch that shit. No.
that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
I'd actually have to agree with Danny on that one, but I did like it in black and white. But I do agree with Danny.
Somebody said how they still watch these movies that they don't do no talking in. I forgot who said it. It was somebody on the street. It'll come to my mind. Who was it?
Moira, no, Moira. That's what she does. She puts.
I
No,
watch
man.
him too.
Man,
I'm a big fan of Buster Keaton.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there, right there. I rest my case.
Buster Keaton was awesome. He was awesome, man.
He's a legend.
He is a legend.
She's a buster.
I grew up watching a lot of the black and white comedy with my dad.
Okay.
You know, Abbott and Costello. The
Yes,
Stooges.
Yes, Stooges. Yes, true. Yes, I watched those too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look who popped into the chat. Think you got to go and rewind to the beginning of the show, Mr. Storms. Go to the first topic.
And for anyone hearing, it's not fireworks. That's just Danny's temper going off with the whole black and white conversation.
No, not go off. I sound a little bit different than that.
Oh, he sure does.
Oh,
He sure does.
yeah.
You know what's funny? I seen that shit coming, and the minute he said what he said, I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. You know what? I had two great streams above that, man. Feeling good, man. Was chilling. Man, wasn't looking for no trouble. Was not looking for. I swear for the Lord, I wasn't looking for no trouble. Yeah, that thing hit me like a floor me with a punch. I was like, oh, this shit right here.
And I just kept thinking, just stay quiet, don't say anymore. And nope, he gotta kept on talking, and then Danny went blah, blah, blah.
I gotta apologize, that man. That was crazy. Robert out. Oh damn, he's saying Robert out. Oh, he taking your catchphrase.
He's stealing Terrence's shit, man. That's what Caucasians do, Danny. They steal all that shit.
You know, it's interesting.
What the fuck is with the Caucasian shit today?
You know,
Yeah. See how you get fucking with you talking about old ladies and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
I could say something really wrong that probably get a lot
Go ahead and get on
deadly
this butt.
silence. I was just gonna say, hey, listen.
So yeah, no. Let me say this because it's interesting because Robert Storms and so many other humans, they take a lot of the Terrenceisms, but it's not the same because they're not me. Like for me, it comes from a place of being genuine, and they just stole my shit. So even like the human thing is catching on, and the sometimes in life, and I'm just like, yeah, they can steal it all they want, but certain humans, they know where that shit came from. It came from me. So
That's right.
Yeah. They can steal it all they want, but they can never do it like we do. You know what I mean? We got that soul, we got that swagger. You know what I mean? You can try how you want to, but it just does not work, brother. Does not work.
Okay, Robert, you make me look tan.
yeah, boy. Yeah.
Oh my god, Robert's gonna be like that Asian clip that.
Well, Deshka, if you go back and watch his streams, his streams from last year and then watch his streams from this year, he already is that Asian guy.
No, I already wrote the headline for that, guys. Remember? Did you see it? I gotta go back and find exactly what I wrote, but I wrote the headline for that thing. Was that right? Okay, that guy that became a white guy that became Korean. I wrote the headline for it. It's white guy tries to culturally appropriate Koreans.
Wow.
Listen, just wait for it. It's coming. It's coming very soon.
Okay.
Score. Let's go.
I'm not going to touch that one. Question number 3. This came from Maz. Good question. She said, renaming has become a big part of entertainment with stadiums, teams, and parts of beloved franchises getting switched. Is this a necessary or a response to cancel culture? Very good question. Changing the stuff. I think the latest one that I've seen is people are now having an issue with Boba Fett's ship. Ship been in existence since 1977, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to go first on this, if I can.
All right, go ahead.
All right. First off, there's some things fine, whatever. I guess Redskins, whatever. Okay, fine. I guess if you're that worried about it now, whatever. The Slave one does make me scratch my head because here's the thing. Let's go right down the board. This is obviously a bunch of stupid people at Disney that don't even understand the whole point of why they named it that. They were using technical terms in computer and video editing when they first came up with all the Star Wars stuff. R2D2 is Real 2, Disc 2, or something like that. It was about the audio in the sound booth when they were editing the first Star Wars. That's why they called it the character R2D2, or it was something like that. C3PO I think comes out to something too. There's a bunch of different things. Slave 1, if you're into computers at all, you'll know you have a master drive and you have a slave drive. And if you have multiple slave drives, there's Slave 1, Slave 2, Slave 3, so on and so forth. That was why they called it Slave 1. It had no cultural meaning. It had nothing to do with it. It was a term that was in the industry. It's still a term in the industry. And Disney is purposely putting a term to it that nobody ever intended to. Star Wars is still the number one property in the world, and nobody who follows Star Wars has brought this up. And all the cancel culture we have ever had, even up until earlier this year when Mandalorian was out and Slave 1 showed up in there, and everybody knows the term for it. Everybody knows the name for it. Nobody had a problem with this. And now all of a sudden, oh, there's a problem. We're going to make the problem, and then we're going to save everybody from it.
I'm gonna say no one cared about it because it was what they called us, and no one gave a shit about what they called us back then.
It's not what it was about.
No, I know that, but this is my point. This is my point, though. Who the fuck cares, bro? Like, why are we trying to erase fucking history? Let's even say it was because of that. There were slaves back in the day. Let's just be real about it, right? So if that were the case, then I don't understand why it's like, oh no, we got to change that because it's inappropriate. Nobody fucking cares. But to go back to Slave 1, Han Solo was Jabba's slave when they had him in the fucking thing. You know what I mean? And it was Slave 1. Who cares, man? Like, people are way too damn sensitive when it comes to this bullshit. And it's fucking annoying. Like, I'm always going to call it Slave 1. It will be Slave 1 for me. I had the ship on the box. It said fucking Slave 1. So it's Slave 1. What did they call it? Boba Fett spaceship or some shit like that?
Yeah, on the Lego box, yeah.
That's the Lego equivalent.
Yeah, that's what they call the Lego one.
That's the Lego equivalent or Disney equivalent of the Washington football team. If you're going to rename something, have a better fucking name for it than just calling it what it basically is. It's Boba Fett's spaceship. Ooh, boy, what a name.
Yeah, so stupid, man. It's so stupid. Like, people need to, and I'm hoping, I think Danny said it, that everything will balance out one day. And it really does, because this cancel culture and this, we want to change the name and everything offends people is really fucking annoying. You know what I mean? Could just imagine what it would be like. Let's just say you were listening to an old Richard Pryor fucking comedy on your headphones and on the metro, on the bus, and people could hear it. You know what I mean? And then some of the stuff we're saying, oh my God, that's offensive. I can't believe you're laughing at that. Like, fuck that shit. It was made to make people laugh. Stop fucking being so damn sensitive, and let's get back to the time where we could joke about things that were fucking sensitive topics. You know what I mean? Let's get back to those times where we could joke about those things, because that's one of the things that brought awareness to it as well, is when you're able to sit there and joke about something that is a hot topic or some people may be sensitive to it. It's called a joke, and it brings light to that situation, not in a disrespectful way. So let's get back to that, man.
What's up, Rob? How you doing, bro?
What's up, Rob?
Tired. Work sucks.
Tell us something that we don't know.
I want to. Okay. I want to know
That's a
what
very
this shit is.
Caucasian thing to say.
What's this beef that Terrence has with Robert? That's what I want to know. I want to know that shit.
I don't know what it is with humans when they be asking me these silly questions, because I don't have a problem with any human. I am not going to put my energy into shit like that. If I had a problem with you, I would tell you.
Well, see, let me break this down. All right, let's look at the evidence. Okay, you used to come on my streams, you don't. You used to watch my streams and leave comments, you don't. You used to watch videos and leave comments, you don't. But you go on other people's channel. So where I come from, that means you got beef with me. I just want to know what's up so I can squash the beef.
This is the third time that I had to explain this to you. There is no beef. Again, like, if you respect my position, then you wouldn't have to keep asking me. You would trust what I tell you. So in terms of me coming onto your streams, that was rare, and that had to do with mostly Anzo and Danny talking to you about it, and then I would come on. You know, that wasn't like a regular thing. And then in terms of like not coming to your streams in the chat, I mean, that's not a personal thing. I just haven't really been doing it. Haven't been thinking about it. But you should not be so sensitive as to think that it means that I have a problem with you directly.
I'm
because, again,
sensitive motherfucker.
I can tell because you brought this shit up like a little more than 3 times, but I'm letting you know I don't have a problem with you. I'm actually still cool with you. You know, like I said, I would tell you if there's a problem. Danny and Anzo can confirm this. Like, I am not going to shy away from anything.
This is true.
Come on.
You see, he gets out on
Okay.
your parents. You mess with his emotions.
I know. I'm a sensitive motherfucker.
Well, I just think you need to relax and calm the fuck down and know that everything is okay between us.
Hey, sorry for cutting this off, right? Just got an email that I just noticed today. I'm going to read this. Hey, Big Ford Entertainment. We wanted to let you know that our team has reviewed your content, and we do not think it's in line with our community guidelines. As a result, we've age restricted the following content, which was the Derek Chauvin video. But I put that for 18 and over. So why would they have to fucking age restrict it? I don't get that.
I don't know. How long was it?
The stream, the Derek Chauvin stream was a few hours. I
think some of this stuff is touchy, man. They try to contain it. So I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and try to lie. YouTube sent you that?
Yeah, YouTube sent me that.
Which video, Anzo?
The Derek Chauvin getting 22 and a half years. We talked about that. Now I get it. I know we did talk about like sensitive stuff in that video. I understand that, but I mean, I put it for 18 and over. Like, all my content is 18 and over. So why the fuck would?
Yeah, you click that not suitable for kids thing.
Yeah. So why is it doing that? Like, why are they giving me that?
I don't know. You might they give you different things, avenues to respond to it. So you might want to dispute it.
I will. Maybe. Yeah.
This thing on.
Now you are.
All right.
Now you are.
I'm trying to explain this. Okay. it's how you put the tags in the title. Because I did a video today, and I thought for sure that my thing would have got restricted as well, but I made sure not to put kill, murder, hate crime. There's certain words you have to avoid. If you put certain words in, it would automatically get restricted. So you just gotta have to make sure you play around with what words you gotta use and what words you can't use.
Yeah, my title was Derek Chauvin gets 22 and a half years. Was justice served?
Oh, that's pretty much what I had too. What did you put in for your tags?
I didn't even put any tags on that.
I don't know what the fuck happened there, man. But I don't know.
I'll talk to Chris about it.
Most of my live streams all get restricted. Like all my Storms live episodes all get restricted because of the we pretty much talk crazy shit on there.
Okay. I just was when I seen it, I was like, holy shit! I thought they monetized me, but it's just that video. But whatever, I'll talk to Chris about see what we can do about that. Sorry for interrupting the show, Johnny.
You good? Ain't no problem. Not a problem at all. Anybody else say anything else to say about this question before we go to the next one?
Are we on the same one?
Yeah, about renaming the
one last thing.
All right.
The fact that what we hear right now is that they're calling it Boba Fett spaceship makes me think that Disney has a built-in CYA in this. Oh shit, people are pissed off. Change it back. Because the whole Boba Fett spaceship sounds so fucking generic that I can't get out of my head that they are building in a CYA clause into this. So if they have to change it back, they change it back. Oh well, that was just that picture got out there. That wasn't actually going to happen.
I just think that if somebody don't get this cancel culture under control, you suckers are going to try and like censorize every single thing that whoever's calling the shots, and it's going to like if you ever watch that movie Equilibrium, remember that starring Christian Bale? Mm-hmm. They like took everything that caused any kind of emotion or any kind of free thought. They're going to try, and that's dangerous. That is
Equilibrium.
Dangerous. Yeah,
Demolition Man.
All I have to say is all these people with cancel culture need a good freaking ass whooping. That's what they need.
No. They need to get fucked. That's what they need to get fucked. Because I know they ain't getting no fucking dick or pussy. Right? So all they're doing is sitting there is fucking complaining about stupid shit because they don't like their life. Fuck that. Let people enjoy their life. And I say this all the time. There is a little thing called change the channel. Do not watch. If there is something you do not like, just don't watch it. But stop trying to fucking censor people that want to watch something funny or this or that. Like Dave Chappelle's show would not exist today. There's no way. Some of the skits he did on that show, there is no way that shit would fly today. And we got some of the best comedy back in those days. So fuck all of that, man.
But you know what's funny? Back in those days, listen, Dave Chappelle was calmed down from what Richard Pryor used to do, Eddie Murphy used to do. And that's what's funny is that
Mel Brooks.
I'll tell you, man, Archie Bunker could not come on TV today, man.
Absolutely not.
Are you kidding me? You'd have to bury him. You'd have to kill the character live on television, bury him 20 feet down, burn the whole fucking 20-mile radius around him with a nuke or something. No, it isn't even funny.
I agree.
Which is funny because I try to figure out how they're getting away with occasionally doing the live rereads of All in the Family and Jeffersons.
Yeah. They only did it one time, though. They did that one time.
I think they've done 2 episodes of each, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
it didn't last. Still, a lot of that stuff, man. If you want to see edgier stuff, you got to go to Adult Swim. You see some edgy stuff.
Yeah.
Even then, though.
No, that Black Jesus Christ, man, that was kind of edgy. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? They was playing with the Lord wrong on that one, boy. Anyway.
Did everybody go? 'Cause-
Yeah.
all
Did
right,
Terrence
so
go? Oh,
no.
okay, go ahead.
Um,
Sorry.
Oh no, everybody didn't go.
wait, you didn't go?
Go, Terrence. Go.
Go, Terrence.
Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know, this is odd to me. I don't know why you have so many humans that are sensitive nowadays, where they want to change things and cancel things. It's silly, it's predictable, and to me, if you don't have a spine, then don't read the book or don't watch the movie. Don't try to take away the enjoyment of someone else. Just because you can't handle that shit. It's ridiculous to me. I see uh, even humans in my life complaining about stuff. I'm like, why don't you just change the channel or leave or something? You act like you have to sit with these things like someone has a gun to your head and forcing you to consume the material. So that's really all I gotta say is that humans, there's too many bitch made humans walking around. They're fucking shit up, and I think it's gonna get worse and not better.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything you want to say before you go to the next question?
I didn't get a chance to, and really, I didn't even know but this ship had a name until they changed what it was. I admit
Really?
I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
Phantom Zone.
Oh,
Because I
real
like
shocker,
you.
right?
Pow! Zoom! Bang! To the moon, Alice!
Honestly, I think of the entire thing. The part that shocked Danny more was the fact it was a sports reference as well.
Yeah, I was totally surprised. I was like, man.
Whoa.
Besides Tonto Raptors, you watch something else? I can't believe it.
The Who Raptors?
Toronto?
Tonto Raptors.
Oh, I thought he
I
said
heard something
He
else.
thought
Tonto.
he said
I
Tonto.
heard Tonto
That's what I
I
heard.
said Toronto.
Man, that's some serious delicate Tonto things right
Hey.
now going on in this
God.
country.
I grew up watching all sorts of sports with my dad. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be watching World Cup because my team has already been eliminated. Sucks.
It's okay. Watch the Stanley Cup, Canadians.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
I heard you guys got tear gassed.
Some idiots, yeah.
Well, no. What happened was they were they wouldn't let anybody out out the stadium before they removed everybody off the streets. So they they tiered the gas the streets to get everybody off of it.
Well, first the horses came, people still stuck around, and then they started tearing everybody up.
Trying to control a party city like Montreal. Come on.
They turned over cop cars and shit, broke the windows, bro, and we didn't even win it yet. So come on.
Seriously, it's like, imagine if they actually win. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Guys,
exactly.
I even have the only wooden baseball bat that they gave away at Bat Day. The only time they did an actual wooden bat for Bat Day. I was there for it.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay.
And that's a story for another day. So,
All right. Next question will be this came from Anzo. Derek Chauvin got received 22.
No, that one wasn't me. That one wasn't
It
me.
was not him.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Chris.
I was the Caucasian guy.
All right, Chris. Derek Chauvin got received a 22 and a half year sentence for his murder of George Floyd. Some think this was just, others think not. If 22 and a half years isn't enough, should they have sentenced him to the whole 30? Please support your answer.
I want
I
to
will
say
go
first off that
go ahead, Chris.
Onzo, you should be appalled that he profiled you by thinking this was your question. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's always the black man's fault. You know what I mean? We're trying to what they say we're trying to do. We're trying to race bait. You know, that's what Danny basically said. He said, "That's the answer question."
All I know, boy, when you throw it out, you start licking your chops, and it's something I can sink my teeth into. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell me you didn't say that.
Oh, I did. And I'm ready because you guys.
I'm telling you, if this is bait on a hook, I had him right then. It's like,
you guys seen? I already did a video about it.
Yep.
You know, I had Josh in there, and then Yellow came in there. And I'm gonna say this straight up: I don't think he should have got 22 years. I don't think he got 30 years. He should have got life in prison with no parole. I'm gonna say this because he is a police officer and he's held to a higher standard than we are. and he uses his authority in a way that no other person that's not a police officer can't do. So because of that, he should have had been locked up and put under the fucking jail. Hands down, never to see the light of day again. He murdered somebody. If I murdered somebody, they would have put me in jail for life. If Danny, Terrence, or whatever, Geishka, Chris, whatever, not using black or white or anything, I'm just saying anybody in general, it's usually life imprisonment. And maybe you'll get parole depending on manslaughter or whatever the charge is or whatever. But I just think that with the fact that he murdered this dude, and I don't care what anybody wants to say, you could talk about all the drugs in the system and all that bullshit. He murdered this dude. And I don't think he should be seeing the light of day. I also believe that, and I'm not exactly sure 100% how it works, but in my opinion, if you get pension or whatever, like they should take all that away from him. Everything. They shouldn't, I feel sorry for his family. They may suffer because of that. And I get it, life savings, whatever. But the only way we're going to get change is if you start affecting their pocket. And then when you see that their money is changed, their money's getting hurt, they're going to jail, and then they know that their family won't be taken care of, then I can guarantee you these cases will go down whatever the word is. Substantially. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, the cases will go down. It will go down. Trust me on that, because the one thing that people don't want is to have their fucking pockets hurt when it comes to money. So that's what I think. And I think 22 years and a half years was just to say, hey, guys, look, we gave him 22 years. We did something good, because is he really going to even serve the full 22 and a half years? I don't think so. So life imprisonment and throw away the fucking key. That's my thoughts on it.
I got two responses to what Hanzo said. I agree that he should have went to jail. But what dictates life in certain number of years is for murder is you have to have malice and forethought. I don't know if they could prove beyond a shadow of a doubt he had malice and forethought to commit that. So that's probably why he didn't get life. Also, about the 22 years, that's going to be up to the parole board, because we saw in Shawshank that's actually a legitimate system. You go up to them, you got to convince them that you are changed and rehabilitated, or whatever word you want to use. If they don't feel it, then deny it, and you stay your whole time. So it's not automatic giving it good behavior. No, you have to go through and present yourself to that parole board. So if you got somebody on that parole board that's secretly feeling some kind of way, then he probably going to spend that whole 22 years. But the other side of the spectrum is somebody on there that's like, he's a what's the word I was using in the conversation? A scapegoat. And he may not serve the whole time. So,
well, I'll say this, Danny. I understand what the parole board stuff. I really do 100%. But he's a police officer. He's probably going to do everything right. He's not going to be in a maximum facility jail, right? So they may see that, hey, even if he's not, he changed. Let's give him 10 years with parole or something like that. I think if you're smart enough, you could probably wing it enough to get parole. I just don't think he should have that option. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I don't have no doubt. I'm just saying, but if the person on parole board is someone who thinks like you, then he's not, because it has to be unanimous. Last time I checked, I have to double check that.
But I think it is unanimous.
If one person says nope, then guess what? He's gonna ride it out until that person either dies or gets replaced or whatever the process is. So I'm just saying it's not a given. Like I said, the reason why he didn't get life, I don't think they could prove beyond a shadow of doubt he had malice of forethought and intention to do that. I don't think they could prove that. He killed him, yes, but did he go out there to set up? Did he set up? I'm gonna set this guy up. I'm doing this right here. I'm gonna plan it. I'm
premeditated.
Yeah,
you're talking, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I don't think they could prove premeditation. So that is why he didn't get life, in my opinion, the way I understand the law. But I could be wrong, because different states have different little nuances to their laws.
Well, you would know more than I do, right? Because you're in the system.
I just try to kind of play devil's advocate and explain to people why. Well, sometimes common sense don't always equate to the law.
No, I get it. I get it. And I agree with you 100%.
It's frustrating. You're like, damn, well, no, you can't do this because ABC 1, 2, 3, blah. But that's why I think now, should he spend some time in jail? Hell yeah. because Floyd lost his life, and I was in a debate with on another stream. They were talking about he had all kind of drugs in the system. It don't matter. As law enforcement, we are still sworn to protect the high, the unhigh,
Mhm.
the poor, the rich, the married, the single, whatever race, creed, color, sex. That's what we sworn to protect. Some of them we don't want to because they're assholes, whatever the case may be, but we have to do it. So that's not an excuse. And plus, this individual was already in the car. If they felt he was under the arrest, they should have transported his ass, seek first aid. But he took it back out of the back seat. So all
Mhm.
that's on him. All that's on him.
And can I say one more thing before I let other people talk, because I don't want to monopolize the time. But yeah, they talk about the drugs in this system. And listen, you guys know I don't deny it. I bun all the time, every day, all day, right? So my tolerance to weed is higher than everybody on this panel put together. Okay. So you got to understand something. When somebody has drug use in their, when they're doing it for years, they have a tolerance to it. So you could be like, oh, he has enough drugs in his system to kill a horse. Yeah, but you don't know what his tolerance is. This is my point. You don't know what his tolerance is. Someone that can fucking is doing crack, you know what I mean? Like for 20 years or whatever, one rock is not going to do it for them. They're going to smoke 3 rocks. They're going to smoke 4. And 3 rocks will kill me because I've never done it. So I don't like that narrative. It's
Mhm.
bullshit, and
I
I just
think,
think you guys got to understand that there's a tolerance to certain things.
yeah, I agree with what you're saying about the weed, but this particular drug use for say with fentanyl, and that can like if you touch it the wrong way it'll kill you. Or if
Mhm.
you gotta be very that is a very like high potent
Hmm.
that's what cancer patients use. So I don't know. I heard that on the thing. Before then, because I kind of I think you said it best. You kind of you follow that first, and then you kind of life took over. You
Taper
kind
off.
of
Hmm.
so I don't know exactly what I heard this in another stream on well another Twitter feed, and I was like, this don't sound right. And even if it do, blah 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 blah. So there are a lot of people out there that's blaming the drugs and that kind of stuff. And I guess that's your right to do it. But I'm just saying, as law enforcement, Mr. Whatever his last name is, Chauvin,
Yeah,
he
Shavin.
he know he knew what his oath was. He broke his oath. So when you break your oath, man, in this line of business, you got to pay the price. And now he's paying the price. So 22 years to me is in my opinion, justice is served.
And I'll say this one last thing. Sorry about that, but like you said about the drug thing, that ain't no matter what drug it is. If you're doing it for years, you're gonna build up a tolerance to it. You know, so
Okay.
fentanyl may be a strong ass drug. I get it, but if you're doing that for 10 years, every day, all day, you're gonna build up a tolerance to it, and you're gonna be able to do a lot more than anyone else will be able to do. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys can talk. Sorry about that.
Um, what I was going to say about this is that I don't disagree one bit with what Anzo said. I think that okay, so here in Missouri, it's life means 30 years. So that's quite possibly what their 30 years means. I don't know that. I didn't really pay much attention after I heard what he got. But man, if 30 years is the max, he deserved it. Danny said it. They sign up and they take an oath. And I don't care. Say what you want about drugs. I don't care if the guy was bonkers on drugs. Doesn't matter. That's kind of the territory you walk into if you're a police officer. You have to walk in and understand that some people are not going to be able to be handled right, but you still have to follow a certain set of rules. If he's sitting there, he's wiggling, he's kicking, he's screaming, whatever, I guess that's when you just kind of back off and either let the guy calm down. If he runs off in handcuffs, whatever, I don't know. Let him do it. Catch him down the road, do something. You know, no matter what the case was, George Floyd was not posing any threat to anybody but maybe himself if he was on drugs. At that moment, he was in his car. He asked questions like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Why couldn't they answer him? I don't know. I mean, again, we're never going to have the full 100% complete story on this, but it doesn't matter. Anzo's words, at the end of the day, your job as a police officer is to bring that guy in or let him go and know that he's going to be safe either direction he goes. The second he put his knee on his neck, it was over. He made a decision, and whether or not he intended to kill the guy, he set himself on a path and on a course that 30 years, if that's what the max was, I think that's what he needed. I don't even know why you go 7.5 years short. What I don't even know why they said they did that, but whatever. I don't disagree though. I think 30 years, if that's what the max was, he should have gotten it. Again, Danny, you said it. When you become a police officer, you take an oath. You know what that oath is about. And you should uphold that oath no matter what. And he didn't do it.
I agree.
And so that second right there, I don't even know if they should have, if there's a max and you're a police officer, I don't even know if they should take into account anything other.
Come on.
Absolutely, Stan.
Come on now.
Well, on something like this,
Well, on the murder thing, I'll say we should be held to a higher standard if that happens. But anything else, man, at the end of the day, we humans too.
I understand
that. The same way your loved one make a mistake, we make a mistake. So I've seen a lot of cops charge a lesser charge because they don't want to destroy the individual's life.
I understand that.
From. So just because we're a cop, our life should be totally destroyed too. Now we should be kicked out of the profession. No qualms about it, no doubts about it. But destroy our life over something that's any other person will get a second chance at, I don't think it's fair.
Okay,
not everything.
Yeah, I'm going to ask a question of the panel, and then I'm done. But do you believe that Derek Chauvin did this maliciously, or was he just doing what he thought he needed to do at the moment?
I think he did it maliciously.
Danny?
I've seen the video footage, and some of the things I've seen in his techniques look like he was intentionally applying pressure.
Okay. Basco? Geisker?
Abuse of power, man.
Okay. Mads?
I watched it more times than I care to admit. There's no question. That was intentional. He was smirking the entire time.
Terrence?
Yeah, he did that on purpose. You know, I'll go into
30 years
when it's my turn.
I'm sorry, 30 years. There shouldn't be any question in that then.
Yeah, but if you look at if you look at certain laws, though, it's between 25 years to 25 years to life, depending on the evidence proven.
Like I said, in the state of Missouri, life is 30 years. That's how they quantify it, which I don't understand.
I just have this to say, though. You know, it is justice. The family was satisfied with the verdict. So for me, that's what's important. What the family feels, if there's justice been done, that's what's important. But what I also want to say is that justice was served, but we can't forget that this still overshadows the good cops out there that are doing good on a constant basis, and their positive work is always outshouted by the negative. So this hopefully is a step in the right direction, where these cases like this are going to be brought to light in the justice system, and these police officers will be held accountable. So hopefully it's, you know, a step in the right direction. And
I love you guys.
Hopefully we don't have to talk about this anymore.
I love you guys giving us some of that yes man shit. You know what I mean? You just wanted to make sure Danny knew that we weren't talking about him. But I think Danny knows that. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't only have to do with Danny. But you know, I work very close to law enforcement here in Canada and the United States, and I've seen good police officers, and I've seen others that that have rubbed me the wrong way. But in general, I've seen officers that are trying to do good in their communities, and unfortunately, it's always these negative situations that always outshine. You know, it needed to. It happened. There's justice, and hopefully, like I said, this is the first and many officers that have been abused of powers and will be brought to justice, and justice will be served.
Well, I'll say this. I know that there's good cops out there. This is not what I was talking
No,
about.
not at all. I'm not saying you were doing that.
I know. I'm just saying in general for those people that know that. So Danny knows that. But at the end of the day, I think this guy did what he did. They have the whole video, man. Like it's like 40. It gets to the point where they show him in the ambulance and they were fucking pumping it. I've never seen a machine like this before in my life. And I was like, that's how they pump their chest in the ambulance? They put this big rig on his chest and they were just boom, 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 right? So it got down to that point, the video that I see. They showed everything. And when he got off the ground, okay, when they pulled him off the ground, first off, we all know how ambulance people, when someone is in duress or whatever, how careful they are when they take you. They did not even, they pulled him by his arm when they put him in the ambulance, right?
Yeah.
But before that, when they pulled him up, you could see that side of his face was practically bleeding because of the way he was on the ground. And if you're just putting him on there just to hold him there, then his face wouldn't have been bled like that. But you can tell that he had that much pressure on his face, that on his neck, that it was fucking, his face was pinned to the ground. So yeah, man, put this guy.
But it's like Danny says too, right? Many times it also goes with the defending lawyer, right? How good was that defending lawyer in that jury, and to knock off a couple of years or whatever, right? All they have to do is put doubt in any juror's mind, and that's what happens.
Yeah, but if you first off, if you the judge was the one that did the sentencing, the jurors just had to predict whether he was guilty or innocent. So the judge was the one that did the sentencing, and the judge was literally sympathetic for George Floyd. If you watch,
you probably won't agree with this, but in this case, it is hard to get a impartial juror because the jury pool is so tainted. This is national news. Everybody and their mama saw this. So it's kind of hard to get a jury that's impartial. So technically, did he get a fair trial? I don't know. In my mind, is justice served? It is. But I'm telling you, this is worldwide. So how you gonna get a I don't know. It is something
that's true. That's very true.
Okay.
I mean,
go Terrence.
All right, so I don't know what I'm telling you, man. I don't know what the fuck it is with humans, but I don't care what anyone says. They don't fucking learn. This shit is gonna happen again. Like if I were in charge of this planet, like ruling this fucking world, that cop, that human, for what he did, I'm telling you right now, his punishment would have been a bullet to the face. Period. I am sick and tired of humans doing the same shit, and then they get these little consequences. I'm like, no, that's just not good enough. There's two things that humans respond to: violence and money. If you implement a punishment like that, I guarantee you will have less of this stupid ass behavior. Because why would they want to do it, right?
So
and I'm talking about the extreme ones, obviously. Something like that, I'm like, no, death. Pure death.
Well, so what's gonna happen when it's your brother, Tremaine?
If the cop, you're talking about if a cop takes him out?
No, Tremaine's your brother, and he did.
Right.
So you gonna order his execution?
If he like savagely murdered someone, like
if he did exactly what Chavez did, are you gonna order Tremaine to be shot in the face?
You know what? With my brother, I feel like there'd be a little exception, right? You know what I'm saying? I put him.
So
here's the thing, right?
Your system ain't worth a damn.
Okay, well here's the thing, Danny, right? Like I feel like you, Anzo, right? There'll be some individuals, right? I'm not gonna have them. Hey, hang on, look. If the humans argue with me, then they'll get dealt with, right? Because if I'm in charge of the world, they gonna listen to what the fuck I say, right? So if your family, you still gonna get a punishment, but it won't be the bullet to the head. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, like. If we look at the world as it is, right? It's not fair. It's never been fair. So even under my rule, it's not going to exactly be fair to the likings of a lot of humans. But I tell you what, a lot of this silly shit that keeps going on, it ain't going to be there, Danny, or it's going to be very little. Because with consequences like that, you'll have less humans willing to do those things. They're like, damn, man, if I do this shit, I'm gonna get wrecked.
until Terrence 2.0 is born, and then he overthrows you.
Okay, here's the thing, right? If I smell that there is someone trying to overthrow me, that person and their family got to go, Danny. We're gonna get crazy with this, like.
Oh my god!
But the point is, Danny, is that obviously my main point is, I think he's a piece of trash. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I say, most humans are trash. I feel like he is the literal trash. Like I don't know. Nah,
and
his little 22 years ain't enough for your boy. Let's be real.
and you see the thing about it though, Danny, is to me it was like there was no remorse. You know what I mean? Like I didn't feel
Yeah,
like
I
he
saw
had
that part.
any remorse for what he did, and
No emotion.
that's what's really even worse to me. Like you don't fucking care that you took somebody's life.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. A lot of these deals are made. They know that they do. A lot of these deals are made before the trial even starts.
Hmm.
So he probably knew that he wasn't going to get death. I can't prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt, but I know, being in professional am, there have been a lot of lesser plea bargains, plea deals. So he probably knew he was never going to get doggone death.
Death.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
so let's just say hypothetically, how old is he? Is about 30 something, 40 something, maybe.
I'll find his
I'll
age.
look it
Continue
up.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, let's just say he's 40, and he cuts his time in half, 11 years. He's going to come
45
out.
years old.
He's 45, so he could come out of there in his 50s. If good behavior, if all the stars line up right, plants line up right, everything he does good behavior, get no trouble, is the perfect inmate. He could get out in his 50s and still have some semblance of a quality of life, depending on, is his wife gonna stay with him, family gonna stay with him. So if you're that dark person, like people say he is, or some people believe he is, and you know you're gonna be out still relatively a young man, and you felt like you have no remorse for what you did, then shit, I'd be chilling too.
You
But
see, this is
I'm just not built that way. But if,
and
if he is, then shit.
and that's why I say that. Sorry for cutting you off, Danny. My bad.
You good? You good?
I was just gonna say that's why I say the 22 and a half years is a slap in the face. Because what if he gets out in 10? Is that still justice?
It is
Is 10?
justice, Anzo. It is just because he's going through the same system that everybody's going through. The same system that you got to go through. We got to go through. It's kind of like the commercials when, like a law enforcement commercial. I mean, a lawyer commercial. They say some of the endings or some of the final things may not be the exact thing for the next person. So is law kind of jacked up when it refers to people like us that look like us? Most cases
So
it is. But sometimes if he went through the system and his peers say he was guilty or whatever, and he went through there, he got sentenced whatever amount of years. It's up to that parole board or whatever the system is put in place to hold his feet to the fire. But if they got wiggle room for him to do this, and he complies, you can't blame him. You have to
Well,
blame the system.
so
yes,
you think
that's exactly. Hold on, Terrence. Just 1 second. That's exactly what I'm blaming. I am blaming the system. I'm not blaming him for that. I'm blaming the system for that. 100%. I don't think that's justice because OJ got off and he was still fucking condemned for how many years of his life, right? This guy will probably get off. He'll be able to go to some other country, maybe get a little security guard or a job or something like that. You know what I mean? Where he's protecting, because that's what happens to a lot of ex-cops. Maybe not all, but that's what happens to some of them. They're able to go move to other spots and get different type of security jobs or whatever. Like
Technically, they shouldn't be able to. There's a background check for that. If they have a criminal record, they're not allowed to work.
technically they shouldn't, but they do.
Highlight memes of destruction's comment.
so you think, okay, so Anzo,
Which one?
if that human would have been, let's say, sympathetic,
The
if he would have
last one he did.
apologized, would that, like, what do you feel the difference would be there, like, to you?
If it depends, because apologies can be fake too. You know what I mean? I go with people's emotions. I don't go with their words. I go with their emotions and how they look on their face and stuff like that. And you can tell when someone is really sorry for what they've done, and you can, like, the eyes don't lie. You know what I mean? And you look at someone's eyes, you can tell that either they don't care or they do care, and that's what I would look on. So just an apology wouldn't suffice, but if I seen that he was sincere and you could see it in his eyes, then I'd be like, okay, listen, he made a mistake, whatever, and I'm willing to accept that.
I think what Meme says right there is really, that's kind of the telling thing too.
Said Mr. Floyd was no longer on this earth, and the officer, after told there was no pulse, kept his knee on his neck.
That is true. That is correct.
I mean, wouldn't you, Danny? Okay, Danny,
You know what, Anzo?
if you were the
Anzo,
person in
honestly,
that situation,
when it comes,
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Terrence.
no, I was saying that, honestly, man, like, to me, if you do certain things, I don't give a shit about your apology, the look in your eyes. Like, I feel like you got to be dealt with accordingly. I don't do that.
You do have to be
Like, for
careful.
small things, maybe, but something.
You do have to be held accordingly, but like Danny said, people make mistakes, you know what I mean? And if you regret it, you know what I mean, and you can show and prove that you regret it, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, you gotta be, man, I've done shit that I've regretted, and you know what I mean? So I can't sit there and be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. If he really regretted, if I seen that he really regretted, if I believed he regretted, I still think he should be punished, but I wouldn't be talking the put him under the jail type of shit and blah, 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 and all that type of shit. Still give him the years, do what he did, but at least he's remorseful for what he did. And when you're remorseful, that's something that's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. The fact that he doesn't care, it's not even going to be a second thought to him when he gets out.
I don't know about that under the jail stuff. I think in the ground is better, but that's just me.
Okay.
But I was just gonna say, I mean, put yourself in that position. If you're told, man, this guy has no pulse, isn't that when you pull off and you're like, okay, guys, roll him over. We gotta figure something out now.
I pulled off when his ass is in the back seat the first time.
Well, okay, that's fine. You would. I'm just saying time.
I'm saying he fucked up.
Okay, yes. Yeah, but I'm saying how many?
I agree with you.
I mean, 9 minutes, didn't let up. This, that, I mean, you add all this stuff to it. It seems like, okay, dude, okay, fine, you're remorseful, whatever you want to say. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. 30 years, man. There's too many.
Look at that. Mistake number one, it was a counterfeit call, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
At a liquor store?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason 4 cops should be responding to that. There's no reason.
No.
There's more crime There's more crime in fucking Boston than a damn counterfeit $20 bill. So that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, you get this guy detained in handcuffs behind his back. You put him in the back seat of the car. Your next thing should be calling into dispatch. Say, I'm transporting one to the detention center. Or if he's in some kind of physical distress, I'm transporting him to the hospital. Transport to the hospital, then he's the hospital's problem then. You get him fit for confinement, where they clear him medically to be confined in jail. You drop him off at jail, he is no longer your problem. He is that jail's problem. So this guy perpetuated this whole mess about whatever demons was in his head that day. I take it back out and do this kind of stuff. They teaching us now, man. They teaching us cops now. Everybody got a damn camera. Everybody. Or you are to act as everybody got a damn camera. This stuff you do 23 years ago, beat somebody up, or slam on brakes, or you don't know how they got hurt. Them things is over with. And these cops that can't cope with it, they're gonna be just like the old boy here. So in my mind, he's weeded out of the blue team. He's in jail for 20-something years where he can't do harm to nobody else. We all heard the stories what goes on in prison. So he's gonna be sequestered the rest of this whole time in there, or if he don't, you know what might happen. So I mean, that right there is a hell in itself. You never know if somebody will do something, let the gate open, let somebody get to you, or you don't. So he living that hell inside of what he already done, if he has any remorse for what he did. So I mean,
Oh, I like that. The whole in the jail and somebody might get him. Now we talking. That sounds pretty interesting right there.
boy. I'm just saying that's a potential reality. I don't know that's going to happen. I don't know all the particulars, but I've heard stories. I've seen things that's happened. But damn, what the hell? So I
Yeah,
don't know.
can I weigh in here?
Yes, ma'am.
All you boys with your wonderful thoughts and all of that. You know me, I am not the Lynchum type. You know, honestly, I wouldn't. I don't have no issue with the amount of time he was sentenced to. Nor actually would I take away any of the pension that the family will receive afterwards. I just put him in Gen Pop.
Damn. You get the man killed.
Yeah, I can agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, put him in general population because he's not going to go to a jail where he's had people where he put people in arrest or had people arrested and shit, or that even harassed, because he does have a record of harassing people. So put him with those people.
Yeah,
Okay,
he stared down the camera.
Okay, y'all. I'm telling y'all now. I'm playing devil's advocate. That's good. That's all good now. Until it's when a guy scores daughter. Until it's Mad's mama bear little girl. Until it's Terrence's brother. Until it's one of Chris' sons. Until it's Anzo's son. Then you singing a different fucking tune.
No,
So be careful what you say.
Not at all.
Me neither.
My daughter's
Okay.
father, when we were living together, knew damn well if I got a call from the cops, I would hang up. I would say, keep him.
Yeah, I told my son that as well too. I'm like, if you ever get into some trouble like that, bro, you're gonna have to deal with it yourself, because that's not how I raised you. You know what I mean? And I will do what I can to help you out. But if that's how it goes, then
if it's a continuous thing, I'm all with you. If it's the first time my son ever get in trouble, I'm telling you right now, Danny Graham is going to use every fucking favor, every damn trick in the book I know to save Trenton Graham's life. Now I can't speak for the rest of y'all. I'm just saying, now if it's a continuous thing, and I done tried, okay, you gotta lay in the bed. But first time something crazy like this happened, and I look at my son and he's saying, Dad, I ain't did this. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, whatever I got to do to save my son's life.
Right, but that's if he didn't do it. What if he killed his wife?
Even if he did do it, I don't want my son to get a death penalty. I would feel very bad for him killing his wife. I feel remorseful, and he need to be punished. But if they said death penalty, man, I'm telling you, man, I don't know. I'm just telling you, I don't know. I would do everything in my power to beg for my son's life.
That's interesting that a lot of you had that sentiment, because I was told that same thing when I was a kid. They were like, Terrence, if you fuck up the wrong way and get locked up, we're not coming for you. And I was like, are we talking about something that happened over and over, or like the first time, or does it depend? And they were thinking about it. I'm like, why the fuck you got to think about it? I thought we were family. So at that point, I was like, man, fuck all this. Like, you either gonna help the family or you're not.
I'm not talking about no weed smoking or drinking. I'm talking about this serious murder or something, and they talking about killing my son. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm gonna be at the judge, trying to say whatever I got to say, do whatever I got to do, pull whatever favors, spend whatever money I got to spend. That's what I'm saying. Even if I know my son is wrong.
Yes, but I never once said anything about killing anybody, though. So that's a little bit to the extreme. So yes, I agree with that. But if you're gonna do the crime, you got to do the time. So that's what I'm saying. Like Terrence was the one talking about murder. I wasn't talking about. I don't think anybody, no judge or anybody, has the right to kill anybody. I just don't believe that.
But if you put him in jail and pop, you know his ass is dead. A cop.
Well, I mean,
he is dead.
I mean, wait. So with that said, Danny. So Danny, if that's with that said, Danny and Anzo. So if your boy get locked up, right? The humans versus Terrence kind of court thing going on, and I'm like, y'all got to get me out of here. I'm innocent. Y'all gonna come and get me and shit?
Hell no.
I'm gonna come talk to you, but
wow, there was like no answer.
I'm gonna come talk for you,
Terrence. Like there was no.
I'll come for you, Terrence.
Talk for you, do whatever I can. But you talking about trying to break you out of prison? No. They don't need all three of us being in prison. No.
Oh, he said break him out of prison.
I was just like, damn, it's just
that's what he said. He said, "Come break
No,
him
no,
out
no,
of
no, no.
prison."
I'm not
No.
talking about
Become
breaking me out
all the
because
humans you do.
I'm talking
No.
about like I'm in the handcuffs. I'm making a phone call, and then I'm just like, y'all, you got to come down here and vouch for me. These humans are trying to
Oh
lock the
yeah,
boy
I'll
up.
do
I'm
that.
innocent now. Come on.
There ain't no problem.
Okay.
But I thought you were
Yeah,
talking about
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like dynamite and
And
trying to blow
breaking
you
them
out of
out.
prison. No.
No,
Hey
I do
man,
that myself. I mean, I might call you like, yo, Danny, I'm on the way. I didn't broke out of maximum security prison. Your boy's on the way. Like that's what I would do.
I bet no. You
Yeah.
ain't on the way to my house because I ain't. That's harboring a fugitive. No.
I was just about to say that.
I'll put you some clothes.
Wait. How are you
I'll
gonna
put
harbor a
No.
fugitive if they don't know that I'm with you?
they gonna know because they if I ain't gonna
You
be
don't have
like
to let them
Just
know, Danny.
replay.
Just be like,
I'll be
nope,
like,
I ain't
hey,
That's
seen
how
Terrence.
they'll know.
Never
I'll be
heard
like,
of him.
hey,
And then I'm just
in the mailbox there gonna be some clothes, money, and food for you. Keep it.
Really, the only people on this panel that you could really hit up about it would be Danny or Chris, because you will never make it to Canada to get to the rest of us.
That is correct.
That is true.
see
At least we got
that's
3-3
that's
right now.
exactly where it's gonna be different. See, I'm gonna make it over. It's gonna be fine. Hey, look, I know a couple necks might get snapped, but I'll make it. It'll be fine.
So we're gonna do one more question. We gotta do it really quickly because I'm running late from out the stream.
Yes.
This is Terrence questions. Did anyone in your life save you from a dark path? Has anyone in your life ever saved you from a dark path? Anybody want to go? Please, really quickly, because I'm running late.
I'm gonna say not necessarily a dark path, but in my teenage years, like 13 to 16, 17, I started talking with a guy who is now the godfather of my kids. And believe it or not, he is a person of color, a black man, whatever. I don't care what you want to say. I was working someplace like late at night, and he would come in and I'd talk with him. I got to know him really well, started hanging out with him, his kids, his family, and I became a part of his family. And every once in a while I'd have issues with my dad, or I'd be acting all stupid like a teenager would, and he'd just kind of look at me and say it in a way different from my dad would say it. That made me kind of stop and think about it. Go like, well, you know what? All right, I guess I see it that way now. He wasn't my dad, but he was like a second father to me. And the guy still is that close to me now. And I gotta say, if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be. I don't know. I mean, I think he helped push me towards the military. My dad did that too, but I think it was more him. Just all these things, man. But no, he definitely helped steer my life. I don't know if I was going down a dark path or not, but he helped steer my life. I'll say that.
I'll go next, and I'll say this real quick. And I believe it was God that saved my life, because I was doing some shit that was getting out of hand. And when I was put in a situation, a sign came to me. Let's just say that it was a sign. Everything that happened that night was a fucking coincidence. I could not believe it, and I took it as a sign. So I'm gonna say, if anything, it was God that showed me the way. So.
All right, guys, go.
Wow. There's a, jeez, I don't know where to start.
Anzo saved my life.
No,
Just gotta love the humility of this guy.
no.
You know?
I would. There's two people that I come to mind. One was meeting my wife. Right before I met her, I was drinking a lot. I was not in a good relationship, so I was almost borderline alcoholic. So that would be one. Another one would have been losing one of my friends, childhood friends, where just a reality check that sometimes easy way is not the fastest way. Might seem fast, but you can also die fast. So yeah, I have those two moments. Those two. I would have to go with.
All right, Mads.
Okay. Without any hesitation, my daughter. I will go through more stuff just for her than I would for anybody else, including myself. there is a fight that is there because of her, because she deserves it.
Okay,
That's awesome.
good deal. Terrence.
Oh yeah. To answer my own question, unfortunately, no. Uh, like all the stuff that I went through, I was alone the whole time. Like, like how humans say light at the end of the tunnel. There was no light. It was just a dark tunnel that seemed to be never ending. My friends didn't do shit. My family didn't do shit, and I guess God was preoccupied. He had other stuff to do, but I did help myself out of it because if I did not, I would not even be on this panel because I'd be dead as fuck because I would have killed myself. Period. So, when you go through that, I think it's best to have someone to save you from all that pain because if you don't, well, you better summon some kind of crazy strength because when you're by yourself, it's a whole different story, especially
Facts.
when you're dealing with rage.
Person that really got me. I didn't see it when I was a child, but now I see it now as an adult. With my grandmother, she raised me, and she was very strict. She had to know who house I was visiting. Wouldn't let me go out till I was 17. Was really strict. Made sure like if I didn't have the right grades, I would get punished for it. I was like, man, she's like a tyrant, but man, she kept me from doing all kind of crazy stuff. Cause I've never um, tried any kind of recreational drugs, any kind of stuff. Never did it. Never had
Watch
the
what
desire
you
to do
say,
it.
Daddy.
Yeah, I
Watch
ain't
what you
bashing
say.
it. I ain't bashing it. I'm saying for me, I really ain't never started drinking until I was a grown man, and I'm really not a drinker now. I'm lightweight. That ain't nothing I do. But my other weaknesses is uh,
Punani.
yeah, that's could not escape that one.
It's a tropical fruit.
Could not state that. Yeah, but other than that, man, my grandma, man, she was it, boy. She was like the alpha and omega of ass whippings if I get out of line. So,
Let me ask
uh,
you a question, Danny. You think if you didn't have that, you would be like your brother?
I probably would have tried more crazy stuff, but I don't think
Okay.
I'd be as bad as he would. But I probably would.
Okay.
But I was like too scared. If I knew if I did something crazy, the punishment at home was gonna be worse than anything I got in the street. So
That's
that scared me more than
me too.
and that peer pressure. Shit. My grandma
Didn't
was the
mean
pressure. Grandma
damn
was the
right.
pressure.
Peer pressure didn't mean nothing when you know you were gonna go home and get a
Mm-hmm.
fucking ass whooping.
Damn
And
right.
I
Mm-hmm.
did not want one of those ass whoopings,
Hell
bro.
no, no.
Eh,
So
one last thing for the humans listening. You know what else sucked too? Like when you like see others around you and they have help, and then you don't. It's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like that was just like a nagging feeling when I was a kid. Like, man, how the fuck? Because you know like how they say you got to play the cards you're dealt. I was like, I got some pretty fucked up cards. Where's my cards to win?
Support
So
team. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I was like, damn, this shit is real fucked up. So yeah.
mhm.
I'm gonna thank Niner Zeno for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. What's up, crew? I finally saw Sweet Tooth. Great show. I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen it, but
yeah.
I heard about it. But
Good show,
we're
yeah.
not going to be able to have enough time to go to the last question. I'll make sure we jump on that. I'll save that for next week. But quickly, we're going to go around the panel, let everyone shout out their channel, and then we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. So we're going to go ahead and start again with Terrence. Tell people what's going on in your world, sir.
Oh, hey, hello humans, Terrence here. Thank you for listening and watching. You can find me on this channel with Danny, Anzo's channel, Big Afford Entertainment. I don't really do a whole lot of streams, so if anything, you'll find me with Danny and Anzo before anyone else. Sometimes I venture out and onto other channels, but it's rare. My channel is T Virus Terrence. There's about little more than 3,000 videos consisting of all kinds of shit that whatever I decide to do. So there's a lot of variety over there. Just keep an open mind, and I think you'll have fun.
All right. Guy Scar, what's going on with you, sir?
Like I said earlier, the Basco Scenario, my YouTube channel, Basco Scenario Twitter, Basco Scenario Instagram. Um, Trying to put together a show that I'm gonna try and come out with weekly. So just don't know what the hell I'm going to name it yet, but it's going to be chill, relax, sit back, and yeah, just make sure you subscribe. And you can also find me on everything Chaos Central related. So starting from Sundays to Wednesdays, and also on Bigger Forward Entertainment's OOC. That's where everything started for me, thanks to the generosity of Onzo, right? And also Danny and Chris for taking me on board as well for Chaos Central. So I appreciate all the help and you guys starting this whole thing for me.
Motherfucker, you were doing fine.
Scar,
Hold on, Terrence. I just want to say, motherfucker, you were doing fine when you praised me, and then you add these two in and just ruined it.
Respect, man. Respect.
Chris, he's taking your role as ego of the.
Shit, man, 47's got you all.
I hear some squeaking going on up there, but that's about it.
No, just a quick question for Guy Scar. I was wondering, is that blanket and hot chocolate still welcome to me? Like if I were to, knock on your door one day and cold outside.
You know what, man? I'll make you 2 hot chocolate with marshmallows, man. If you come here, if you come here when it's minus 45 degrees.
Thank you, guys. I was wondering because sometimes a blanket and hot cocoa can make a difference in the world. So
yeah, that would definitely
100%.
earn like a Ned Flanders hot chocolate.
Definitely.
Anyway, hey y'all, Mads Mama Bear. You can find me at Mads Mama Bear here on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, and every Sunday you can find me with Machini90, where we do draw streams, and also there's also going to be Thursdays, and all summer we are drawing bodacious bikini babes. So,
What about Titty Tuesdays?
What? There's a Titty Tuesdays?
Wait, Titty Tuesdays? What happened?
Well, there's Thursdays. So what's up with Titty Tuesdays?
There's Thursdays? There's that too?
Shit. Did you see the picture I dropped in the group chat?
No, but I will go
you
look.
need to check it out, and you also need to check out what Maki does because my stuff is tame. So,
okay.
Wait, they allow nudity on YouTube now? Like, damn.
Ooh, that's not. Oh, that's the one you were working on. Nice.
Machini90.
Cool.
All right, Chris, what's going on in your world, sir?
Just check me out, Real Review 3000. Definitely check out all the Chaos Central stuff: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Gonna have Twitch soon, Odyssey, all that stuff, guys. Just help us out here. We've bumped up a few extra subscribers over the weekend. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to Chaos Central. Subscribe to all these people over here on the panel. And if you feel like subscribing to me, please do. Appreciate it. Thank you, Danny.
All right, thanks. Onzo, what's up with you, bro?
What's up, guys? Bigger Forward Entertainment. You know the channel. I'll make this real quick. I was sitting there and I got a notification that said, "Hey, you guys reached 250 uploads. Congratulations!" Right? And then I went to Terrence's channel one day and I said, "Oh fuck, he reached 3,000 subs already." And I was like, "No, wait a minute. That's 3,000 videos. Holy shit!"
Mm-hmm.
Man is putting out content. But with that being said, Danny, it was a great show. I do appreciate you having me on. Yeah, I'm back, guys. Took my vacation. I'm back.
Not a problem.
Awesome.
Hey, and I am Danny, aka Comic Chat. This is my show, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm the lead hitter for the Chaos Central team. Tomorrow we'll be on Onzo's Chaos List. Following that will be the Rule of Three with a side or a touch of Basco. And later this weekend, we can catch all of us, with the 4 of us on the round table. First, the Loki round table at 5, then at 8:30, the Bad Batch round table, and then Storms Live, mainly just about 4 or 5 times a week. So with that being said, thank you all for coming to the show. Thank you all that was in the chat. I appreciate it. Your subscriptions are very much wanted and needed if you haven't subscribed to our channels yet. And having said that, I will catch you all next Monday, same bad time, same bad channel. Let me find this outro. There it is. And peace.
Peace.
Okay, people. About to get ugly. Come chat is who I be. Monday nights at 9, come see what people are talking about. Show is fire, it's got a lot of clout. Critiquing movies is what I do. My favorite topic is the MCU. 6 questions, 10 minutes each. I try to break it down, I try to teach. To the people that's feeling my vibe, come check out the greatest show alive. So sit back, enjoy the show, and like the Joker says, and here we go. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Chaotic Conversation. Don't miss it. Do not miss it.